Okay, welcome back. So on to our next experiment. So by now we've had our little mini lesson where we talked about the three states of matter, liquid, solids, and gas, and we also defined a couple of terms. We looked at a mechanical mixture and a solution. And just to review, a solution is when I put two or more items together and I combine them, but they look like one item. So I can't identify the raw ingredients or the things I put in to make it. A mechanical mixture is when I put two or more items together and I'm able to see the two items. I can say, well, that's that, and I'm able to identify them. So we're going to look at one way where we try to separate solutions, because a lot of the things that are in the planet or around, we don't want all of them. We want to extract certain things, and sometimes it's easier not. And we're going to look at one of the simplest ways, and one of the ways that's used predominantly to separate things. Okay, so we're going to look at the concept of filtration. And what you're going to be using again are all the items will be at the back table. I'm using 4 items, and again, creating a chart. The 4 items you're going to use are iron filings, pepper, cocoa powder, and of course our singles shots. Okay, similar to the previous experiment, you're going to get a parchment paper, put a healthy sample of each item down. Okay, grab a plastic spoon, 2 beakers, a funnel, and you're going to need 4 filters. Okay, because you'll be doing 4 experiments with the 4 items, so 4 separate filters. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to take your beaker of water, okay, and you're going to add, say, pepper. So you're going to add a healthy pinch of pepper. I would put the whole pepper in, okay, and then you're going to give it a stir. Okay, a little bit of stir, get it off the sides, and then once it's done, you're going to observe what's in there. Okay, can I see the pepper? Has the pepper dissolved? Now remember, what's important in this is how much did you put in and how much do you see? So if you put in a really big piece, a really big spoonful, and you still see a spoonful lying around, then nothing's dissolved. But if you put in a spoonful and half of it's there, then it may have dissolved. You may have to stir it more or agitate it. So we call the process of stirring agitation. So once you've observed it, you're going to be creating a chart. Okay, 4 rows down, you're going to have pepper, drink crystals, iron filings, chocolate powder down, 2 columns. Before filtering, after filtering. Okay, and you actually give that after filtering column a name. So you're going to look at this and say, okay, how much stuff is in here? Has it changed any color? What's going on? Okay, and then you're going to get your funnel, place it in the empty beaker, take one of your filters, place it in the funnel, okay, and then you're going to pour the item through and observe what happens. What you want to be looking at is you're going to compare this liquid to your original liquid. So really take good notes. Really observe it and see what you notice as it's going through. Now, a couple of terms you need to learn. The stuff here that has passed through the filter, we call this the filtrate. Okay, this is called the filtrate. So any liquid that goes through a filtering process, we call it the filtrate. The stuff left in the filter, we call the residual. So in that column, okay, you want to be recording stuff. So you want to be recording 2 things. 1, how does this item look? And 2, is there any residual? So in that second column, which we call the filtrate, you'll say, well, it kind of looks the same, it doesn't look the same, and I notice that there's residual in the filter. Okay, so the original column, you can look at the item, write what you see. Can you see all the crystals? Can you see all the pepper? Does it look like one item? Would you call this a mechanical mixture or a solution? The next one, you look and say, okay, has the color changed any? Oh, hey, Gary. Has the color changed any? All right, are there crystals in here? Are those items in there? And then you're also going to talk about what you see in the filter. So that second column will have 2 items. It'll have the residual and the filtrate. Okay? No drink crystals for you. And then what you're going to do, take this filter, throw it out in the garbage. Okay? Remove the funnel. Then you're going to take these 2 items. Again, there'll be 2 buckets at the back. One that's clean water and one we call the dumping water. The red bucket will be the dumping water. The other bucket will be the clean water. You'll dump this in the red bucket. And then you'll rinse out these 2 beakers. Okay? Make sure they're clean. And then you'll take one back with 100 milliliters of water and, of course, one empty. Bring it back to your table, clean water, take the iron filings, repeat the process. Mix it up, take an observe in your chart, put the funnel in, new filter paper, pour it through, and record all your results. Okay, and you're going to do this 4 times. So your chart will have 4 rows, 4 sets of observations, 1 before filtering, 1 after filtering. Remember to look in the filter and record any residual. Okay, you may want to add a 3rd column. Some people do, called the residual column. It's up to you. Once this is complete, a couple of questions I'm going to ask you. How effective first of all, were all these solutions or mechanical mixtures? So was the iron filings a solution or mechanical mixture? And remember, it's important to note, depending how much stuff you put in, so if I put a really big hunking teaspoon of cocoa powder here and mix it up in the water, but I think that most of the cocoa powder dissolved, then I would say that's a solution. If I take the iron filings or drop them in and mix them and it looks pretty much like the same amount, then I would say that's a mechanical mixture because nothing has changed and I can still see the two items. And then tell me, what is effective? Is this form of filtering effective of separating items? And would it be effective in separating all types of items? I mean, we have larger crystals here. Like if I think about the drink crystals, and you may think and already kind of know what's going to happen when I mix drink crystals, am I able to recapture the drink crystals with this type of filtration system? The other question I want you to think about is, how would you purify this water? So if I am filtering these items and I say I want to get the water back to the original way so that I could drink it. So if I put the pepper in there and I wanted no pepper flakes, no change in the color of water, how would I go about doing that? Okay, so that's what I really want you to think about. Is this form of filtering working? Does it work for all items? And how would I change it to make it so that I could get back to my original water source? Okay, happy filtering.